This video is going to be a message for the divine feminine. So I have 3 sets of cards. I have my money cards, my divine guidance cards, and my affirmation cards. And if you're new to my videos, I read the cards, but they're basically, I'm reading them intuitively, so they will not, most of the time, have the traditional meaning of the card deck, the tarot deck, affirmation deck. Well, these are really just straightforward, so please keep that in mind. I'm going to try to channel a message for the divine feminine. I'm going to pull from these cards and the affirmation cards. I'm not going to pull a card from, actually I will pull just one card from I guess it took no time to pull, so, and it's this card. It's cleansing, okay, for the divine feminine. And to me, this card is saying there's an internal battle within you that's trying to clear itself out, that's trying to purge itself, because for the divine feminines that are drawn to this reading, there's still doubt and fear attached to your divinity, and the key to your healing is cleansing. And if that means taking a spiritual bath, if that means going into doing a meditative prayer where you're releasing everything outside of you, pulling your energy back to yourself, taking control of who you give your energy to. But this is a time where divine feminine can either start, a group can clean themselves, purifying themselves as it relates to your divinity, or you can use the energy of the world to heal the world. And what I mean by that, and you divine feminines, the ones that are further along on the journey, know how to channel the energy where you're channeling the energy to heal the world, or you channel the energy to heal a particular situation, or you channel the energy to change something as it relates to a particular situation. I don't want to go into much detail on here, but you understand that frequency can change and be manipulated and controlled in a way to benefit the powers that be, or you, or the world, or whomever you're trying to connect with, or heal, okay? And if you need assistance, just please feel free to reach out to me, and I'll assist you in the best way that I can, in the way that Spirit allows me to. Okay? And if I can't, I'll make sure that I refer you to someone who can. Okay? Just know that your divinity, it controls all energy. Right? Your divinity controls all energy. That's why you are a divine being. That's why you're an ascended being. That's why you're elevated. That's why you're drawn to these readings. That's why you understand alchemy and spirit. Not on a mundane level, but on a level, on a soul level. So some of you, and it looks like it's two groups, and it's okay. I'll do my best to channel what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing. But a group of you are very, 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 very angry. Okay? Because you feel that you've been misled. So you thought that you were on a particular path as it relates to work, job, relationship. I know work and job. Well, it depends because it could be a career. But for some reason, something happened to cause things to change, and you feel like you were deceived. Okay? And what I'm seeing is that you weren't deceived in a bad way. It's like you were protected from something. Like you were deceived, but the deceit was important because the deceit was done out of love and not hate. And I'm not saying that the person or place or thing that did the deceiving was intending to do it out of love, but I think that your spirit guides, your ancestors, or the Most High, whatever you believe, protected you, caused the deceit to happen so you can move in a different direction. But you're still holding on to whatever this situation is, okay? Because the situation really didn't come to its full completion or even halfway. It did not fully complete. It didn't even halfway complete. You only got to see part of it. And even in seeing part of it, something happened that angered you and you felt deceived. But I'm telling you that whatever the situation may have been, it was that deceit that you felt needed to happen because I don't want to say it's not in alignment with your purpose, because I feel like it's in alignment with your purpose. It's just not in the way that you thought it was going to be. Right? You know how sometimes we have certain sight and expectations on how we think things are going to happen. And even if we have the gift of sight, sometimes things change because we do have free will. And I think in this situation that even though it didn't meet your expectations even partly, it didn't get anywhere. It barely got off the ground. And I don't want to say it's a relationship, but it could have been a relationship, just never really got off the ground. And whatever happened, you felt that you were deceived or the thing that happened hurt you, right? And you were tricked. But I feel like you were tricked out of love, which means that your spirit guides, your ancestors, or the divine being that walks with you, or even your higher self, protected you out of love. Which means that even this person, place, or thing that you had expectations for, it's not complete. It's not gone. It's just delayed, or it's changed, because the purpose, your expected purpose for that person, place, or thing is different than the divine's expectation of how things should be between you and that person, place, or thing. Okay? And I feel like rest is needed so you can receive the clarity. With you being so aware, I guess so awake, it's causing you not to actually perceive the spiritual aspect of what has happened. You're only looking at the physical aspect of what has happened, which I think is really odd with you being a divine being, because normally you would analyze it, or hopefully you would analyze it in a way that you know that this is a spiritual thing, a spiritual intervention instead of a physical, mundane intervention. Okay? All right, so let's pull the affirmation card. Oops, I got nowhere. Oh my God. I got magic. Okay, let's see what that's trying to say. Please don't be no craziness. Let's see. With pulling that magic card, it makes me believe. Okay, so I got two. I have magic and divine timing. Magic. I believe in magic. I see evidence of it all the time. And though the tricks can probably be explained away by something sensible and ordinary, I'd rather not ruin the fun. Other people can fill their days with mere coincidences. I'll fill mine with, holy crap, that's unbelievable. I think, well, I know that whatever that situation was an unexpected thing, of course. But like I said earlier, look at it more in a spiritual way and not a physical way, and say, hey, it was, how are we going to deal with this situation? Because it's not something simple. It's out of the ordinary. It's something that could be that the intervention the intervention was magical or done based on spirit. To me, magic spirit, however you want to put it, right? So the intervention was done because spirit intervened on the situation, because the purpose, or because timing wasn't right. So yes, you expected something or whatever from this person, place, or thing, and it didn't work out, right? But spirit intervened because the timing wasn't right? Which means, or it wasn't the interaction, or it just wasn't ready. The fruit wasn't ready to be picked. Like if you get a mango and you pick a mango too soon, and we know we love some mangoes, and you pick a mango too soon, you're gonna get a sour or bitter mango. But if you take your time and allow that mango to develop to its fullness, its juiciness, its sweetness, then you have a better, greater mango, right? Now you can still work with the bitter and hard mango, but you would have to go through more of a process with that bitter and hard mango than you would with a soft and sweet and juicy mango, because now it's where it needs to be so it can be the best and the most beneficial for you. And I feel like that's what's going on in this situation. It's like, okay, yeah, this situation could be a great situation, but not right now. This is not the time, because maybe you should be focused on something as it relates to your divinity, okay? So, divine timing on this card, it says everything is timing, and timing is everything. Gladly, I release my concern over timing and let things happen when and as they will. I trust that the divine schedule maker know what they're doing. It can take a long time to reach divine middle management, basically. And I completely agree with that. That sometimes we move in a way that we think is fit. We move in a way that we think is best for us, but sometimes it's like, I mean, I know I keep going back to the mango, but sometimes, like if I see a mango there and I want to pick the mango, And the mango looked good for right from the outside looking in, like looking at it from the outside looking at it. Like, I'm not a mango connoisseur, so I don't know what the mango is supposed to look like when it's time to pick the mango. But so I'm looking at this mango like, man, my mouth is watery. I want a mango. I think this is a great time to get a mango. But then you have, a mother, godmother, a sister, a aunt, somebody a little wiser on mangoes and say, hey, it's not time to pick that mango. And sometimes we go ahead and pick the mango, and we go through all of the things of the mango being bitter and sour and hard, trying to eat it and your tongue is cut. So now it's hard to eat stuff because the citric acid in it, is the citric acid or whatever the tinginess in it, cuts your tongue. So now you can't really drink anything or it's gonna burn. So you go through all of these other hiccups and hurts and process of stuff that you don't want, when you could have just listened to spirit or your godmother or your mother, your sister, your aunt, somebody who knows more about mangoes, and you could have missed it. You could have waited a little bit before you engaged in getting that mango. And if you would have waited, you would have got a nice, sweet, juicy mango. And I know I keep talking about mangoes, but they are just so good to me. Anywho, I hope that this reading touched you and you got something out of this reading. Please, if you lasted this long in the reading, please go ahead and like, subscribe, and leave a comment, email me, and I hope you have a wonderful day.